for the man them on the roadsides and that, yeah? So I gotta teach you the skills, the bounce and that, but when you've got the low batty and them thing there, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you hold the crotch bit here, innit, at the front. And then you gotta get me bounce. Guys, put up your trousers, please. Okay guys, it's O&O MVP, the one and only Michael Venom Page, and I'm here to show you some techniques. I want to relate it specifically to my style. So the first thing I want to show you is what many people will see first thing about me is how I move, because it's very, very different to the generic style of fighters. I'm going to quickly show you first just the bounce. It's a very side-on bounce. It's been adopted with many different people. KSI's last few fights, you've seen his style adjust and he's a bit more side on. Norbert Naveni, another great MMA fighter, seen in his last couple of fights, his side on style. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, yet another name who's exceptional in the mixed martial arts world, and again, he has a very, very similar style. I'm starting to see more and more people adopt this style because it's very, very effective, very, very hard to deal with. The reason I'd say that is because there's less of a target. If I turn myself here, which is a bit more of the conventional fighting style, shoulders a little bit more square, the reason it's that way is to generate a lot of power. You know, your power comes from the ground, you want to be like solid on the floor and rotate, get maximum rotation and maximum power in your techniques, your punches and your kicks. The reason mine's slightly different is because we adopted it from a different style. What I mean is, most kickboxing styles focus their art on power, as I just said. Whereas my kickboxing style focused their style on speed. It was more to do with point scoring than it was to do with knocking people out. Obviously now all I've done is adjusted where I land that punch. Instead of just landing to score a point, I land through my opponent to also attempt that knockout as well. That side-on style, when people are not used to it, I can cover a lot of distance backwards and forwards. So just to give you a generic idea of what we do. So, showing you from this way, just so you understand the bounce. Yeah, because a lot of people won't understand it straight away. It's usually front leg to back leg to front leg. Although it looks like we're just jumping up and down in a straight line, there's a slight forward and back. And ever so slightly is left, right, left, right. So you can see, I'm gonna slow it down a little bit so you understand the bounce. This is done obviously really slow so you understand my weight distribution forward and back. So I can push forward and retreat. So it can be offensive and defensive. In MMA, the reason why I find this very effective is because, like I said, less of a target. The obvious thing people always want to go for is that low kick. And because I know that, it makes it easier for me to defend or counter any of the kicks. I know what they're going to be looking for because everything else feels too far for them. They go for the kick, I can adjust. They go for the kick, I can close it down. Definitely need to practice this bounce. 1, 2, left and right. And then speeding it up, relaxing the arms. No tension. Although don't get me wrong, when people cover a certain amount of ground, I'll make sure my hands are up in the right places as well. But when you've got good distance, it's forward and back. And then adjust it. You can have somebody walk around you and just target, making sure you're side on to that opponent the whole time. As they move, you keep them side on the whole time. Okay guys, if you have any techniques that you want me to show or critique, let me know in the comments below. Most importantly guys, subscribe to your boy's channel and I'll see you guys next Tuesday.